Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Indian report for the Nifty 50 for the 23rd of September. So pretty straightforward, I have to say. We're looking at from the low here of wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave. ABC for the fourth wave. They can pull back to the fourth wave of one lesser degree, or the 38.2%, which will be lower than that. So just looking at that, so that brings us down to 10,600 roughly. Okay, so it's just a little bit lower. Just it doesn't have to come down there. You know, it'll just be in line with other market sentiment around the world as such. But what we do have here is a nice ABC correction at this point, right? So we can look to go long pretty much off the 11,000, I would imagine, even though it can come further down than that. But as always, it's just important to count the 5 waves that are coming down in this section here. So on the 4-hour chart, so the 38.2%, I'll have to double check that could be lower than that. Where did I get that from? Wave 2 to wave 3, okay, well that's slightly different then, isn't it? That's 10,800 rather than 600. Oh God, that's way out, isn't it? And the 38.2% comes in on this wave 4 here as well, so we'll use that, that's better. Yeah, so an A and a B and a C wave here for this. So we need to count 5 waves in here, and then it's completed, and then we can buy. So I'll just go into the hourly chart here. So from wave B here down to wave C of 4 here, where we can just count these out while we're here. It's not a big deal. And you can probably already see them yourselves, so this is not a difficult count as such, but just good to label them. So we'll look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then we'll look at this could be counted in, this could be wave 1 here or wave 1 here. I haven't got time to pull that apart, and it doesn't matter at this stage. So we've got this structure here, and I'm not sure how that ends at this stage as well, but we'll just take it off that low here for this, and we know wave 4s get a bit complicated. So yeah, let's do a couple of things here. So we'll take the top here and the low here, and the 38.2% comes in at this point here. So we'll just put our little, always take the top of wave 4 and the 38.2%, just gives us a bit of, you know, gives us something, you know. So I kind of like it. It's all pretty simple. So wave 1's cool, wave 2's cool, wave 1 here's cool, 2 nice long third wave here, 4th and 5th. So the 5th wave and the first wave are kind of, well, sort of same. So that means that because extension's in wave 3 here, this 2 to 3 here, that means that wave 1 here and wave 5 here will be roughly the same. But you need to take that with a pinch of salt, because it depends how high wave 4 goes here. So yeah, there's lots of ways to get the target. But look, the 11,000 would be a nice place to start looking to, well, we're short here already. So we need to, we'll put this here to take profit at the 11,000 or close to it. If you see a reason to take it before that, well, then you do so. And then we also need to look to go long at this point as well. So you can either buy off the 11,000, or you have to wait for the first impulse wave. So the first impulse wave will be 5 little waves to the upside, a little bit like wave 1 here in reverse, and then little ABC coming back. Borrow this over here, put this here, and then go long from that point. Like I said, you can just buy on the 11,000 because you're going to get a bounce anyway. But the trick really is to, if I could just remove this here, we should get a wave 4 back up into this space here, but the thing to look for here is to try and count the 5 waves to the downside here. You could probably go long above wave 4 here as well in that instance. So you can buy down here. You've got such a good support here. We've got the end of the 5-wave structure. Just don't over commit yourself, because we don't have the evidence. But the idea is to get a little bit at the 11,000, a little bit on the 100, a little bit on the 200, a little bit on the 300. If we get support on top of the 300, that's the top of group 1, that's going to take us straight up to 5 here. And then we'll see some consolidation around this area through here, a classic trading levels pattern, a larger one, before we see any further upside. The upside target, if we can just go back to the wave, the 4-hour chart here. Well, we could move up to the 12,000 quite comfortably, I'd say. The 11,800 is going to give us grief. That's a level, some minor level there, so that's just going to give us a hard time. And this, well, there's all of group 2 in here, so when we're speaking of 8, we need to come down to 720 in this case. So 720 and 650 here. I'll put those in here for this. 11, 650 and the 72 here, so 11,720. We normally put the 72 in orange. There's another colour in there amongst that now. Bugger. Got me. Anyway, close enough. These are just pointing out your problem areas, We've got group 1 here, we've got the medium level here, 11,500, and then we've got group 2 here. So technically we should be making a move from here in 5 waves to above this high here. So it will just depend on sentiment market moves, but the 12,000 is something that we could put out there to, just to put out there, nothing more, because what we'll need to do is track the 5-wave structures to the upside here for this. We need those 5 waves, and then we'll also see 5 waves in the last structure here that we'll also need to understand, and then we can get out. So rather than saying we're going to get out here in this case, we'll just allow the structure to, we'll just go surfing and see how the wave takes us. Alrighty, that's it, all pretty simple. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.